Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to a new stay-at-home Shabbat. This situation is unique and bizarre. I've spoken with a lot of people. It's hard to be alone. It's hard to be isolated. I appreciate everyone who is calling, family, friends, or anyone you think could use a few minutes of companionship by phone. I've had a lot of Zoom meetings. I presume you have also, that we have found a way to stay in touch with each other while staying safe and at home. I really appreciate all of your efforts for this. This week, our stay-at-home Shabbat service is also a Simchah Shabbat service. So I want to make sure that everyone who has birthdays and anniversaries in April feels blessed and appreciated. To that end, one of the things we did is I contacted a number of congregants who have birthdays and or anniversaries this month, and I asked them to help us lead the service this time. So from our home to your home, we wish you Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm Laurie.
I'm Stephen.
Remember to stay safe and practice social distancing. These lights are only flickering flames, yet flames illumine our uncertain steps. Flames remind us of Shabbat's long past and of their beauty that delighted our hearts. May they inspire us to work for the great Sabbath of peace. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the Sabbath lights.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your creative work and of our liberation from Egyptian bondage, our day of days. On Shabbat especially, we hearken to your call to serve you as a holy people. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of Shabbat.
Hey everyone, this is Martin holding it down in Shreveport. Hope everyone is staying home, staying safe. Happy to bring some Shabbat joy to everybody. And here's my brother.
Hey everyone, it's Palmer. I'm holding it down in Phoenix. And like Martin said, I hope everyone's staying safe, staying home, and Shabbat Shalom. There are days when we seek material things and measure failures by what we do not own.
On Shabbat, we wish not to acquire, but to share.
There are days when we exploit nature with reckless greed.
On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation.
There are days when we think only of ourselves.
On Shabbat, we open our hearts to the needs of others.
Therefore, we welcome Shabbat.
Day of rest, day of joy, day of peace.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malkei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Molechem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malkei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Bachuni l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malkei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech Malkei Hamlachim HaKadosh, Baruch Hu.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This is Christina.
Isaac and Elliot.
The synagogue is the sanctuary of Israel. Born of our longing for the living God, it has been to Israel throughout our wanderings a visible token of the presence of God in our people's midst. Its beauty is the beauty of holiness. Steadfast, it has stood as the champion of justice, mercy, and peace.
Its truths are true for all people. Its love is a love for all people. Its God is the God of all people. As it has been said, my house shall be called a house of prayer for all peoples.
Let all the family of Israel, all who hunger for righteousness, all who seek the eternal, find God here, and here find life. Stay safe, stay home. Shabbat Shalom.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ומרו אמן, יהא שמי רבה מברך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעלמין כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ומרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Hello everyone, I'm Herb, Shabbat Shalom, on this wonderful spring day. And we begin, eternal God, who may abide in your house, who may dwell in your holy mountain, those who are upright, who do justly, all whose heart are true, who do not slander others nor wrong them, nor bring shame upon their kin, who give their word and come what may, do not retract, who do not exploit others, who never take bribes. Those who live in this way shall never be shaken. There are days when we seek material things and measure failure by what we do not own. On Shabbat, we wish not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature with reckless greed. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we think only of ourselves. On Shabbat, we open our hearts to the needs of others. Therefore, we welcome Shabbat, day of rest, day of joy, day of peace.
When justice burns within us like a flaming fire, when love evokes willing sacrifice from us, when, to the last full measure of selfless devotion, we demonstrate our belief in the ultimate triumph of truth and righteousness, then your goodness enters our lives, and we can begin to change the world. And then you live within our hearts, and we, through righteousness, behold your presence. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words, which I command you this day, upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God.
It's Connie.
And Donald.
Shabbat Shalom, y'all.
Wishing everybody to stay well, stay healthy, stay safe. And we'll now continue services on the middle of page 89 as we read responsively. I, the Eternal One, have called you to righteousness and taken you by the hand and kept you. I have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations.
We are Israel, witness to the covenant between God and God's children.
This is a covenant I made with Israel. I will place my Torah in your midst and write it upon your hearts. I will be your God, and you shall be my people.
We are Israel. Our Torah forbids the worship of race or nation, possessions or power.
You who worship gods that cannot save you, hear the words of the Eternal One. I am God, there is none else.
We are Israel. Our prophets proclaimed an exalted vision for the world.
Hate evil and love what is good. Let justice well up as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream.
We are Israel, schooled in the suffering of the oppressed.
You shall not oppress your neighbors nor rob them. You shall not stand idle while your neighbor bleeds.
We are Israel, taught to beat swords into plowshares, commanded to pursue peace.
Violence shall no longer be heard in your land, desolation and destruction within your borders. All your children will be taught of your God, and great shall be the peace of your children.
We are Israel, O God, when we are witnesses to your love and messengers to your truth.
You are my witnesses, says the Eternal One, and my servant whom I have chosen. Know me, therefore, and put your trust in me.
We are Israel, O God, when we proclaim your God, our Redeemer, as did our ancestors on the shores of the Red Sea.
Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamota leda b'kodesh, norati hilot kosefele, norati hilot kosefele. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la.
V'ne'emar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel.
Shabbat Kingston. Shabbat Leah. I'm Kaya.
Go.
Shabbat Shalom, I'm Leah.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm Kaya. Shabbat Shalom. I'm Kingston.
May we lie down this night in peace and rise up to life renewed. O God, spread over us your shelter of peace, of quiet and calm, and bless us with rest And let a time come when morning will bring no word of war or famine or anguish, a time of happiness, of contentment, and rest. Okay?
We give thanks for the night and its rest and the promise of peace for all the world.
Good job.
ושמרו בני ישראל השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה.
Hi, I'm Melinda. Don't forget to wash your hands.
Hello, my name is Fred. Good Shabbos and stay safe.
God of all generations, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, be praised. Your wonder of creative powers fills heaven and earth.
God of life and death, be praised. Through us send help to the falling, healing to the sick, freedom to the captive, confirm your faithfulness to those who sleep in the dust.
Awesome and holy God, be praised. With acts of love and truth, we hallow your name as it is said, be holy, for I, your eternal God, am holy.
God of times and seasons, be praised. Enable us through Sabbath rest to explore and learn and impart the meaning of your Torah. Make our hearts ready to serve you this day and all days.
Garrett.
I'm Arden. And I'm Avery.
God who answers prayer be praised. May we, your people Israel, be worthy in your deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you in this land, in Zion, restored in all lands, you are our God.
Source of life and its wonders, be praised. You are the miracle within all we behold. You are goodness, you are compassion, we give thanks to you forever.
God of peace, of justice, and of love, be praised. Inspire us to banish for every hatred, war, and bloodshed. Help us to establish for every one human family united in peace. God of peace, bless us with peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim La'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim La'olam. Ki atahu melech Adon B'chol HaShalom. Ki atahu melech Adon B'chol HaShalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim La'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim La'olam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'kol et ub'kol sha'ah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim La'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim La'olam. Tasim La'olam. Tasim La'olam.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol ha'olam. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו point in our service, our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill or recuperating. I invite you to take a moment to think of those for whom you want us to pray for healing. Included in our prayers are all those who are ill from the COVID-19 virus. 2 weeks ago, we had 300 cases in Louisiana. Last week, we reported 2,305 confirmed cases in Louisiana. This week, we have 9,150. Last week, there were 83 deaths in the state of Louisiana. This week, we have had 310 total deaths. Currently, out of the 1,639 people who are hospitalized in Louisiana, 507 are on ventilators. In the United States last week, 85,000 people were infected and there were 1,200 deaths. This week, we have 246,000 people with 6,129 deaths in the United States reported. Last week, 522,000 people were infected worldwide. This week, there are over 1 million people in the world. It does help to remember that some of the exponential increase is not just due to new cases, but we've also had more and better testing in the world, and that's how we know about more cases. It is also helpful to keep in mind that although more than 55,000 people worldwide have died, more than 221,000 have recovered. Oh God, in our hearts, we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. Praised are you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu Mekor habracha lehavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say Amen. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will. It has become our tradition to add a prayer for those who we call the first responders, the frontline people, our military, police, firefighters, EMT, doctors, nurses, and veterans. We say, Misheberach avotenu v'imotenu, may the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom, protecting us, or healing us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. Give them courage to succeed and strength to persevere. May they return home safely, and let us say Amen. To everyone with birthdays in April or anniversaries in April, I know this will be a strange birthday, but I hope you get to enjoy it. I hope you get to count all of the blessings that are in your life, and we celebrate with you. We're celebrating from a distance, but it is no less of a celebration. God of days and of years, author of life, our times are in your hand. We thank you for the blessing of life and for all that enriches our lives. We are staying at home today, but gathering together in special thankfulness to share in the happiness of all of our friends with birthdays or anniversaries in April. Be with them always as the joy of their life. May they be blessed with health and happiness and with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow. May we have the joy of coming together for many more years, united by mutual reverence and love. Then will our lives be filled with abundance of blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu, v'kiyomanu, v'higianu lazman hazeh. Praised are you, God. You are the ruler of the universe. You gave us life, you sustained us, and you caused us to reach this very special moment. Mazel tov. Today is a special Shabbat. Not only do we greet each other with Shabbat Shalom, may you have a peaceful Shabbat, but today we can say Shabbat HaGadol Mevorach. May this great Shabbat be blessed. What makes this Shabbat HaGadol, the great Shabbat? A number of reasons. Glad you asked. According to the Torah, the Shabbat before we left Egypt was called Shabbat HaGadol. It was only 5 days before our redemption from Egypt. God gave us special things to do on that unique Shabbat. Remembering that great Shabbat helps us to make this Shabbat, the one before Pesach, Passover, even more great for us. This Shabbat is Gadol. It is big. It is great for a number of reasons. The obvious one is that we are confined to our homes. That gives us the unique ability to make this Shabbat more Gadol than most. We don't have to have a choice to go to synagogue for services. We don't have the choice to not go to synagogue for services. We must stay home. We must keep Shabbat. Last week I pointed out that in some ways staying at home can help us have the ultimate Shabbat. We can relax. We can talk to our loved ones. We can take some downtime. This Shabbat is Gadol, but in some ways it doesn't feel so great. The confinement has lasted so long that it is making some of us very uncomfortable. We must stay home, so we worry about food and toilet paper. We must stay home, so we worry about jobs and money. Some people are alone, which makes the space they are in seem gadol, seem big and empty. Some people are with people they love, but are not used to spending so much time with each other, and it takes its toll. I have found that doing teaching and meetings online and working from home seems to make me busier now than when I thought I was super busy before. This Shabbat is Gadol for me because I honestly do get to rest and take a break. I also am very grateful to be able to be with the people that I love. And I also feel grateful that I've been able to speak with many people and try to make them feel not as alone. And I hope you take advantage of that, even on Shabbat, or possibly especially on Shabbat. One of the reasons that this is called Shabbat HaGadol is that there was a tradition that the rabbi in the community gave only 2 Shabbat sermons a year. This one was one of them. Usually it was very, very long. Mine won't be so long. And it was filled with rules and reminders about keeping Passover. God is adamant about us eating matzah and avoiding chametz. It says that if we don't, God will cut us off from our people. That's ironic. We already feel cut off from our people. And it's not clear that we'll be able to buy matzah to eat. I can tell you that I can help with one of the commandments. I sell all of our chametz, all of your chametz. It will not belong to you during Passover. If you want, there's a form on the B'nai Zion Passover page so that you can give me the details I need to make sure you're covered and make a donation if you want, which makes it a double mitzvah. For almost 3,500 years, we have been keeping Passover. We've remembered the events that led us from captivity to freedom. We've eaten matzah, sung songs, shared a meal with family and friends, no matter what our life situation was. I do not have to remind you of stories from the Shoah of people in the camps, remembering that it was Passover. Using memories from their childhood, they commemorated the Exodus. It gave them hope that they too can be freed from their confinement and oppression. Throughout history, in good times and bad, we've made sure to keep the Passover holiday. At a time like ours, when we have been confined and they have extended how long we must stay home, there are some extra benefits of keeping Passover. For one thing, having special days like Shabbat and Passover keep us better grounded, keep us mentally healthier, because it pulls us back into the rhythm of the seasons and a better awareness of the passage of time. I can speak for myself. It's been difficult to keep a schedule where I get enough sleep or remember what day it is. I've spoken to some people who think that because they are alone, because they can't get all of the things they need for their Seder plate or their meal, that they're not going to do Passover at all this year. I believe that's a mistake. I believe we can be creative about how we keep Passover. Create new symbols if you must. Find ways that this year of a confinement Passover makes us better able to relate to that first year of confinement. Remember the story of our Exodus, how we survived the plagues and we were freed. B'chol dor vador chayav adam lirot et atzmo ke'ilu hu yatsa miMitzrayim. In every generation, each person is obligated to feel that they themselves have left the confining experience of Egypt. This Shabbat HaGadol, this Passover, can be great because we can relate. Stay safe. Shabbat Shalom. Have a blessed Passover.
Shabbat Shalom. I hope all of you are doing well and making the best of these difficult times. I miss all of you. I particularly miss those of you that Jerry and I would see most every Friday night. We so look forward to being able to congregate again and to celebrate getting through this crisis safely. We have been through crisis before, and I continue to have faith that we will safely get through this crisis as well. God bless all of you. Thank you for joining us for our online Simchah Shabbat and our stay-at-home service. Special thanks to Rabbi for being creative with our services and to Max, who edited the service. Mazel tov to everyone with birthdays and anniversaries in April. The students will have online classes this Sunday. There will be no Hebrew class, though, on Wednesday. Please watch your email for details. Passover begins this Wednesday evening. Of course, we are sorry that we will not have a congregational Seder, but Rabbi Jana has posted many resources on the Passover page at the website. Please contact her if you have any questions about how to handle Passover during this time that we are all having to stay at home. The B'nai Zion office is checking all mail, email, and phone calls. If there are any questions, please let us know. If you have any business, please try to take care of that from home. If you do need to come to the office, please call ahead. This Thursday, April 9th, is the first day of Passover, so there will be no business conducted and the office will be closed. Rabbi Jana plans to have online first day of Passover service available Thursday morning. Again, please go to the website for details. On behalf of myself, my family, and the B'nai Zion Board of Directors, I wish everyone a happy Passover. Please know we are available to help you in any way we can. We know it is a difficult time, but we are still a congregation, and we are here to help each other get through this. Please stay home. Please stay in touch with your family, friends, and anyone you think might appreciate not feeling alone. We have always been survivors. Donations were made to B'nai Zion in loving memory of Abe Gilbert by his family, and in loving memory of Simon Nelbert by Roseanne, Bob Fry, and family.
We continue our service as we turn to page 148. As the ark is open, I ask you to please rise. Aleinu l'shabech l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. You spread out the heavens and established the earth. You are our God, there is none else. In truth, you alone are our sovereign God, as it is written, know then this day and take it to heart. The Eternal One is God in the heavens above and on the earth below. There is none else. Eternal God, we face the morrow with hope made stronger by the vision of your deliverance, a world where poverty and war are banished, where injustice and hate are gone. Teach us more and more to respond to the pain of others, to heed your call for justice, that we may bring nearer the day when all the world shall be one. On that day, the age-old dream shall come true. On that day, O God, you shall be one, and your name shall be one. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו When the ark is closed, you may be seated. It is our tradition to acknowledge all those who have died this past week in the line of duty. We acknowledge that this year we have lost 15 people in our military, including one who perished this week. Sergeant First Class John David Randolph Hilty served in the Army. He was 44 years old and he was from Maryland. We remember 31 police officers who died this year, including 3 officers who perished just this week. We remember Sergeant Ben Jenkins. He was 47 years old. He was a veteran of both the Army National Guard and the Air National Guard. He had served with the Nevada Highway Patrol for 12 years, but previously served with the Nevada State Fire Marshal Division and with the Nevada Division of Forestry. We remember Trooper Nolan Sanders. He was 26 years old. He served with the North Carolina Highway Patrol for 5 years. And we remember Commander Greg Carnicle, who was 56 years old, and he served with the Phoenix Police Department for 31 years. He was scheduled to retire in 2 months. We've lost 2 canine officers this year, and we've lost 17 firefighters. May we be forever grateful for those people who run into harm's way just to protect us, and may their families be consoled. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. We include also all those who died from this terrible COVID-19 disease. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. I invite you to take a moment of remembering. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us. Please have in your hearts anyone who you have loved who has died this past month. We also remember the congregants' parents who died within the past year. We remember Claire Anthony, Lucy Brainis, Isabel Posner, Carol Ginsberg, Johnny Engelbert, and Dean Thomas Pratt. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom our congregation is observing the Yortzeit this past week include Felix L. Alkas, Carol Manheim Crane, Sarah David, Myrtle W. Friedman, Abe A. Gilbert, Betty Grant, Charles D. Greeter, Inez Hafter, Aubrey C. Harris, Ira Katz, Elaine Levin, Mabel Can Landauer Levy, Simon Nelbert, Raymond L. Owens, Phoebe A. Rabinowitz, Isidore Selber, Louis Silverblatt, Donna Markham Tanner, Arlene Vernon, and Norma Levy Weinstein. In this moment of memory, our griefs and our sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayeh d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yeheh shemeh Rabba mivarach la'alam ul'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha barichu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yeheh shalama Rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol ha'olam v'imru, Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen.
Hi, I'm Max, here for the Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, ha'motzi lechem min ha'aretz.
Thank you for worshiping with us. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up to you. I like to think that God has something that God looks up to you about. And may God grant you peace. Shabbat Shalom. Be safe. Stay home. Shabbat Shalom.